BJ is back on Broadway. It's the coach. This is the NFL.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. The Browns ready to go to work here on offense, and their man behind center, well, that's Baker Mayfield, the #1 overall pick last season, who set a rookie record with 27 touchdown passes.
Check X3, 218, chop.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting exposed. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, Darnold. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Bell. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2008. But you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. From the 50, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for Nick Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. This pass complete to Higgins.
Pass interference. Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember, the
pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Brandon Copeland. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A good pickup there, 21 yards. You think back to last year when these two teams met in Week 3. That was a big one for the Browns franchise and for Baker Mayfield. Mayfield came in relief of Tyrod Taylor and broke the Browns' 19-game losing streak, beating fellow rookie Sam Darnold 21-17. And after the game, a lot of you will remember Browns management unlocking the, shall we call them, refreshment fridges that had been padlocked for so long until the Browns got that victory. From the 27, Mayfield, screenplay, Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again on second down, Mayfield.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athlete.
And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Here's Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half. What do you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that can get you in big trouble.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That is caught by the 4. Gator Antonio Callaway. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down the coast now to... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Bell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Landry. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm scared.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Mayfield now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
In the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
180. Check right.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And just shedding him off there. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Right here.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Richard. Higgins was the one he was looking for, but it'll be second and goal. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this is...
Just like that.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Landry, the intended target. The New York offense take it over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of... Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Darnold now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Bell, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Man, that's trash.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On first down, Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing here on third down, Darnold looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Darnold, that's complete. It's Bell. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. Anuno's got it. Complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Check. Watch the D4. Watch the screen.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds his target, Beckham. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good. 180. Check. Watch the D4. Real.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. On second down, Mayfield again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Returnable for Thomas. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Mayfield looks to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.